Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Tech channel, everybody. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and here we are with Forza Horizon 5. We're in the 2017 Camaro. It's the ZL1 supercharged V8. This one's about a little over 750 horse, or close to 750 at least. So let's get started. I believe it has a 10 speed in here. Yup, that's right. And you can see it's a wide body, so it handles pretty nice as well. Not bad. Even though we got 10 gears, but the gear ratios are kind of long. I don't know if they're long from factory or maybe I changed them. I have to take a look here. Maybe I did adjust these because these don't look factory at all. But yeah, there's a whole lot of grip, man. So we have this class, this car at the top of S1 class, so we're not gonna modify any further. I don't think we can use it for this event here. Maybe let's look for a different event. Let's see. Because I really want to use this car. This is for German modern supercars. But I do have a bunch of those, so how about we drive the Camaro up there and then we'll switch to a German S1 car. Freaking Mazda speed. The Mazda 3? Or was it a Mazda Speed 3? I believe the Mazda Speed is turbocharged. There's so much downforce from that wing. You can really feel it. This car hooks in first gear, man. Alright, we got 3 events for the championship. Let's see what kind of options we have. None! Really? They're gonna make us buy a car? Come on, bro. I mean, don't you already have this car? I believe it's not S1 anymore, maybe. Maybe that's why I can't use it. But I definitely don't have the R8 V10. I can always buy this. I can afford it right now. I don't want to go for this old Porsche. Can't afford it anyway. 1.8 mil, man. That's too much. Okay. But we're gonna go for the R8. It'll be a nice collection to the garage. And we get to do the championship. In a stock R8 V10 from 2016. Same engine as the Hurricane, right? 5.2 V10. Just different body. This is kind of cool. I like this color. Alright, we're gonna go for this color right here. $242 grand, not bad. We had like 8 something, a little over 800,000. So we'll have some left to modify this car. And if he gets some, what do you call those, super wheel spins, we'll make our money back easily. Because regular wheel spins, you don't win that much, you know. It's like okay amount, unless you get super lucky with it. So let's see how this stock R8 does. It feels faster than the Camaro that we had, even though it has less horsepower. All because, you know, there's no downforce. I mean, there is downforce, but the wing on that Camaro was huge, so there was more downforce. And those rear wheels were super, super wide, right? This car is probably a little lighter than the Camaro, because the Camaro was fully gutted. It had the full race weight reduction. Where this from factory is pretty light, you know. So this is a great platform. That's why a lot of people twin turbo these cars. Because it's just a great platform, man. Wow, the way it slides, like, really sticks to the road, you know? Even though it looks like it's sliding, but it's still handling so well, it feels like it's stuck to the road nicely. It's not an uncontrolled slide, it's just super under control. There's no understeer, no oversteer either. It's just on point, man. Okay, this is like my fault. You know what I mean, right? If you drive it properly, it drives really nice. And you can really push it to its limits. Not bad, not bad. Fourth gear seems to be pretty good, you know. You got a nice wide power band. Good brakes. This is a great car from factory. Like, you don't have to do much to it. Like, I would maybe add a little bit more power and a little bit more braking just to make it more fun. But even in the stock form, it's not bad. Alright, we're gonna restart this event. Now I know how this car drives. I think I can do better next time. I don't want to finish 4th. I'd rather finish in the top 3 or first. You know, first would be ideal choice. Let's see how we do now. Now that we got the hang of it. No way, bro. No way. Alright. Here comes another restart. Alright. You can't crash like that. That's not gonna work. Bro, move. Man, what's happening? Alright, since we have so much room with this car is only 834 in its class, S1 class. I'm gonna add a little bit more traction, a little bit more power, and a little bit more brakes. Because we're having a hard time keeping up with the other cars, I'll just be honest with you. Despite me crashing and all that, that's a different issue. But I think it's gonna need a little bit more, you know, power and a little bit more grip, because it's a really high-speed race that we're trying to do. In like circuit race with like where you don't gain that much speed, it might be fine in a stock form, but the other cars are kind of powerful, so. So to make up for our skill, we're gonna make the car better. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna start with tires first. Let's give it a little bit more grip. That's gonna help with the handling and braking, right? Because the launch and acceleration is already pretty good. If we add slick tires, that's probably gonna be the best option. But if we do go off-road, it's gonna be bad. So, does it really matter? No, we're not gonna take it off-road. So, we're gonna get the best compound tire. Should we make it a little wide? Actually, no. I'm not gonna make it wider because that's gonna be extra drag and rotational mass. We're not adding too much power to it, just making the tires grippy by changing it to a grippier compound. That's good enough. So now better brakes. Can't really change the brakes. That's fine. Let's just add a little bit more power to it. I'm thinking exhaust. There's not a big difference between sports and race exhaust. Yeah, but between the stock and the sport and the race, there's a big difference. The stock is really quiet, where sport and race almost sound the same. Usually they don't. Okay. Is that gonna be enough? How much horsepower did we start with? I believe it was just 600? 610, okay. 610 horse and 413 torque. So not that much torque, but decent horsepower for the weight. And the gear ratios make up for it. And the all-wheel drive. So we'll get the exhaust and... What if I just get turbos instead of the exhaust? Because that's going to give us decent amount of torque and horsepower. I mean, I can do both. I can keep the exhaust. I don't have to get rid of the exhaust. By getting the turbos, we'll be at 704 horse, 476 foot-pounds of torque. That's good. Alright. We need to add a little bit wider tires now, because we still have some room, right? We have room, so I'm just gonna go all out on the width for the max traction. I don't want to add more horsepower. I know I can upgrade the turbos, but we're gonna leave it at where it is right now. So 285s in the front. Already has 305s from the factory, so we'll go 345s in the back. Nice. Handling's really gonna improve. Cool. Not gonna do any weight reduction. This seems like a decent setup for now, you know. What if you add suspension? Lower it. Might just make the car too stiff. It's already pretty low. Alright, this is gonna be the setup for now. Wider tires, stickier compound, twin turbos, and race exhaust. Let's see if it can keep up in the championship now. We still have room to improve. It's still within its class, the S1 class. But the car already handled okay, so I didn't want to add too much power to it and make it not handle okay. We just needed a little bit more grip and a little bit more power and a little bit more torque. It has all of that now. can barely hear the turbos because they're stock, but I can feel the torque from the turbos. We got the torque from the turbos, and we still got the high revving V10. It's a nice combo. Alright, we shouldn't have any trouble this time, hopefully. We're already doing so much better. No way. That was a tough race, bro. I mean, all those mods did pay off. We did finish at third, which is not bad. But do you think I could have done a little bit better? I think I definitely can. In the next two races, we still have a chance. But we definitely need to mod this car a little more, you know? A little more. It needs a little bit more mods. So let's see what we can do now while keeping this car within its class, because I really want to, you know, finish this championship out first. In order to do that, we're gonna have to finish the next two races with first position, so we get overall the best points. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking we add some aero to it. That's really gonna help. Braking and handling gets better. Perfect. It will hurt the top speed, but we'll be better overall on the track. Especially, you know, when we're trying to take those high-speed turns. Is it still within this class? Let's see. Let's just get these two items and we'll come back. Actually, no. I can see it's at the top of S1. I mean, we're almost in S2, so we can add a little bit more power. Wait, no way. I can add more power and still be in S1. That's crazy. Can I add turbos and do that? No way. I can max out the turbos and still be in S1. That's good. Let's do that. I'm not gonna get the anti-lag turbos. The pops get pretty annoying after a while. Okay, let's just go with the regular race turbos. Twin turbos. Alright. Now we have even more power, more aero. Can we do weight reduction? We can get rid of a little bit of weight. And if we take off too much weight, then we end up in S2. We don't want that. So we'll do that small weight reduction here. Minus 84 pounds. What about suspension? I can actually get the sport suspension or even race and still be at 899. That's actually pretty amazing. Alright, I'm doing that. This is the final setup for this car. You can't modify any further. It's at the top of S1 now. More grip, more horsepower, less weight. And now let's go back to those two events. Car's still a little slippery, I don't know why. Alright, for the aero, I'm gonna be increasing the cornering, more downforce. Increasing the slider towards cornering from the middle. Let's give it more downforce. It's gonna give us less top speed, but that's okay. I didn't max it out yet because I just wanna see how it does with like 3/4 way up. We can hear the turbos now, since we have the race turbos. Let's do this. Third again. Dude, I wanted to finish first. Alright, where are we on the leaderboard? Third position overall? We're gonna have to do better. Let's restart. Alright, while we're at it, let's tune the car a little bit. The checkpoint. Buddy, that was intense. That was freaking intense, bro. But we got the first position. Oh, man. That was next level, bro. Alright, one more to go. And then we'll win this championship. Where's the next one at? Bro, how come I don't see it? This can't be it. This is where we started. Where's the event? Wait, what? Is it this right here? Alright, I'm just gonna drive here. Because I don't see any other events that are related to this championship. No, I don't want to quit my current championship. I thought this was the next event, but it's not. Where is it, bro? Oh, no way, it's hidden. It was right here in the corner. Damn, I drove to the wrong direction. I mean, this is where we started the championship. But that's okay. We just got a 6.9 drive. 6.9 miles drive. Let's go, bro. 6.9. Oh man, bro! Made me miss my checkpoint. Almost there. No way, bro. Almost missed my freaking checkpoint, bro. I legit thought I was gonna miss it. Okay, that was a close one. That was a super close one, man. No way. Whoa. And we won the championship, bro. We did it. And we won the AMG Hammer Coupe. I think I already have one of those, maybe. Pretty sure I do. Let's take a look. 1987 Mercedes-Benz AMG Hammer Coupe. Nice. Let's see if we have two of those, though. Let's see. Oh, Mercedes-Benz, bro. Let's see. Maserati, Mercedes, and yes, we do have two of these cars. That's okay. And they're both stock, right? Wow, these cars are actually worth quite a bit of money here. 165k. So maybe last time I also won this car in some sort of championship, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to spend that much on an old AMG, right? It's a lot of money for an old AMG, unless you're a big, you know, AMG collector. Where like this car is of course newer, and it's almost half the money. So not bad. But you do get, you know, a lot. A lot more. But again, these two cars are from two different eras. You can't really directly compare them, so not a fair comparison. So yeah, we got two Hammer Coupes. I have like 2 and 3 of each, not each car, but I would say for a lot of these cars. Like for example, the Z4M, I have 2 of these, and yeah, I got like a bunch of repeating cars. Like right here, got 2 of these Super Sport Impalas, the 96. What else? Let's see. Yeah, look at that. The Mustangs, I guess these are different. So yeah, these are not the same. But for the Ford Focus RS, same here, repeating. 2 Shelbys. 3 Shelbys actually. So look here again. 2 Honda S2000s, but these are from 2 different years, I guess. So AP1 and AP2. Same with the HSV, the Gen F GTS. 2 of these. A bunch of repeating cars, bro. Like a lot of them. Oh, what else? I guess that's it, maybe. We got 2 RX-7s. And then, what else? The Hammer Coupes, of course. This is where we started. Evos, these are different, but yeah, these two over here are same, I believe. Or are they not? No, dude. No, they're not same. That's an Evo 9, and that's an Evo 8, bro. So So there's a big difference. Not a big difference, but still there's a difference. And the Evo 10, of course. Can't forget the Evo 10. Yep. These two look pretty similar, but they're not. Look at that. Two Porsche Cayenne turbos from 2018. So we got a bunch of repeating cars. Maybe I should get rid of them. I don't know if I should keep them, because I'm not gonna modify each single one of them. Two GR Supras, of course. And two regular, not regular Supras, but you know what I mean. The OG Supra. Oh, dude, even these. The Corrado. A bunch of repeating cars, bro. Which one should we pick? Now that we're done with the championship. The Trackhawk. Alright, let's take the Trackhawk. It's not the fastest, but it's got the cool factor. The cool factor is really like a sleeper factor, to be honest. To a regular person, it just might look like a family SUV. A Jeep Grand Cherokee. But the Mopar fans know this is the real deal. I'm pretty sure we can swap the engine in this car, in this SUV I should say, to a racing V8, the 7-liter racing V8. I think you can get that engine up to like 1700 horse, so it's gonna be 700 extra horse on top of this. This is already 1000 horse, which is like 1050 horse. That's like 350 more than factory. So imagine 700 on top of this. It would be crazy fast, bro. It almost launches better when I don't launch it. When I just floor the gas in first gear, like it goes better. Can we launch it in second? Like at full RPM? No, we can't do that. Oh, we can actually, we can. Just gotta give it more RPMs. That's not bad. It launches in second gear. I think I put a 10 speed in here. From factory it's 8 speed only. These gears are short, man. Super short. But they do help with the extra weight. The engine stays in the RPM band, the right RPM band. Can we drift this thing? Is it possible? Kind of. We're going the wrong way. Actually, no, we are going the right way. This is the way to the highway. Sounds really cool, man. The supercharger line. Let's see if we can add more power to this thing. And that's definitely going to be by swapping out the engine, because this engine is already maxed out. Let's see what kind of options we have here. I definitely don't want to put a V12 in here because it's not going to match the body. There we go! The 7.4 liter V8 twin turbo. 1750 horsepower from factory, bro. This thing is crazy. Doesn't sound like a Hellcat anymore. Wow, the idle is crazy. Look at the graph down there, bro. The horsepower and the torque just shoots up by so much. So much more powerful compared to the original Hellcat engine. Dude, it's gonna be crazy fast. It's not gonna be an S1 class anymore. That's okay. That's crazy, bro. Torque and horsepower go up by so much. Alright, this thing's gonna be officially fast. I mean, 1050 horsepower is not slow by any means, but 1750 horse with like 1400 something torque. How much torque to be exact? 1475? Oh my god, bro. Not gonna make it rear-wheel drive. Of course. Oh no, no, no. We're not doing that. Okay. Let's just buy this setup. Actually, can we modify even further? Oh, we can get turbos with anti-lag. No, that's okay. Perfect. Let's spend 75k on it. Make it faster. Do we already have the weight reduction? I think I do. I think I already have everything else. Yep. This is all what we need for now. We might have to adjust the gear ratios. These gear ratios are too short now. There's so much power. Oh, nice. Another dodge. This thing is fast, dude. Pretty sure that dude's shocked. Probably didn't expect it to be this fast. Come on, bro, let's race. Let's do a dig. This thing is super fast now, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go hang out with the Dodge crew over there. Mopar crew. Got a Durango and a Charger. That's what's up. Pretty sure I can make it a little faster by adding the drag radials. I think I have the race slicks right now, and even right now it's 0 to 60 in 2.4, so that's pretty fast. But drag radials, it might be like in the 1.5s, 1.6s. Bro only has a 392 Durango, not the Hellcat Durango. But he might have an upgraded engine in there. Let's do a dig, bro. He doesn't want to do a dig for some reason. Durango just keeps messing around. Graphics look good though. Got a Mustang Cobra over here. Nice launch, Cobra. Oh, no way! Got him, got him. He got me in the launch, but I got him in the long run. Nice. That was a solid race, bro. I thought he was gonna beat me to the end, but no, man. He did it. That was solid. This thing's got some good top end power. The launch is alright. I mean, that dude had a solid launch, dude. This Mustang sounds good though. Pretty sure it's on drag radials. I messed up on the gear shift. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll do that one more time, bro. Three Cobras? Nice. Where'd they all go, bro? Does nobody want to race anymore? Come on, man. My first two gears are useless now because we have so much power. So I'm gonna adjust the slider towards speed. So let's see what happens. We should gain more speed, of course, and better acceleration because we have so much power. So instead of 2.40 to 60, now it's 2.3. Top speed didn't really increase or decrease by that much. It's almost the same still. But the gears should get longer. And that should help with the launch and maintaining our RPM and, like, you know, staying in the right RPM band because we don't want to shift too much now because we have so much power. We're not like fighting against the weight of the car, so the gears can be a little longer. Let's see if that helped. Gears are definitely longer now. I think I like this better. This is a better setup. Might be a little too long, actually. Alright, let's try this out. That's better. 260 top speed. And the 0 to 60 didn't really get affected by that much, so we'll try this out. Nobody wants to race this track hop. They all know how fast this thing is. The differential setting 70% power to the back. What if we do 60-40? 60 to the rear, 40 to the front. Our top speed improves by a little bit. What about the 0 to 60? So that gets a little worse, but what if we do 50-50? I'm actually gonna leave it at 70-30. Let's try out the new gearing here. Maybe we'll get some action on the highway. Let's try that out. Supra. Oh no. It's got a hole in the bumper. Of course your car is faster, bro. Like, that's not even a proper match, but I'll still race you because I don't care. Is that electric? I'm not even sure because I can't hear it. Dude doesn't want to race. It's all good. We're not gonna wait there all day. $245 in a Trackhawk, bro? That's fast. That's really fast. Honda guys. Hey Honda bros. I got a Prelude that I can race you with. Can I catch up? Let's see. Pretty sure I can. Imagine being passed by a Trackhawk at 250 miles per hour. Dude, he crashed right away. But that Honda was fast, dude. This thing is skating. Not even sliding, it's skating, bro. It looks bone stock, especially with those stock wheels. But I get the, I think the roll cage is a giveaway that it's not stock. And the sound, of course. But overall, you know, it's pretty stock looking. That's a fast car. But this is a fast SUV. That's not even a regular car. That's a freaking hypercar, bro. Let's switch your car here now. Do I have anything faster than the Trackhawk? This thing is a beast. Might not be as fast. Should be pretty close. It's a lot lighter, so it might just be faster. We'll find out here. The goal is to beat 250 miles. I think it can do 250 easily. But can it get there quicker than the Trackhawk? That's a real question. I would say it's a little faster maybe, or about the same. Because Trackhawk has like 400 extra more horse. Where this has like 1,000 less pounds of weight. Maybe more than 1,000. Because the Trackhawk does have weight reduction. Or else the weight difference would be even higher. Still gonna lose to this car, man, I feel like. This Corvette's not the fastest. But it does handle pretty good. Oh, look at this car go, bro. It's fast. Alright. Let's see if I can find something faster here. What about the Donegan Mustang? Is that faster? It's pretty fast. I mean, it's 1,400 horse with less than 3,000 pounds of weight. Is that it though? Is that the fastest that I own? I think Supra is fast. Yeah, Supra might be faster than this. Definitely. Wait, why can't I freaking... Where's my Supra, bro? Wait, what? Who the hell is with the Supra, bro? Is it not rear-wheel drive? Or is Viper faster than the Supra? Nope, definitely not the fastest. I think I downgraded this car, took some power out of it for one of the events. There we go. And what are the specs again? Again, it's not 1750 horse, but we got less weight, and it's rear-wheel drive with drag radials, so might be faster than what we had already. Let's see. don't think I have any car that can reach 300. The most cars that I have can only do like 275 max. What about the electric Navera? Dude, this is crazy fast. 1800 horse. 1893 and 1887. These are two different cars. The new one is more horsepower and lighter, so we'll go with the newer model here. I just want to see if this car can do 300. We got drift mode and track mode. Alright, we're not going to use the track mode because this is for more downforce, and that's going to slow us down. So we're not going to raise the wing. And of course you can't hear the car because it's electric. Can hear the tires though. And the motors. This car might be able to do like 280, but nowhere close to 300. $275, that's it. Alright, let's change our car to something that has more character. This car is alright. Can't go wrong with a Corvette. A ZR1. This car is only 6-speed manual from the factory. Well, I freaking put 10-speed in everything. Alright, is there something to do on the map here? Let's see. Should we start another championship? Yeah, why not? No way. The Z28 Corvette's track toy? That's surprising. These cars are, I mean, I get this is a track toy, right? It looks like a freaking track toy, but... And a Shelby GT350R. Yeah, I guess it's a nice track car. But like... I knew the Z28 was all about handling. It had the 7-liter V8. I mean, this one that I have is upgraded to 7.4. Well, I didn't know it was that good to be considered a track toy. That's rare. This is, of course, a track toy right here. Less horsepower, but look at the weight. 1,335 pounds. That's super, super light, bro. This might just have the best handling. Yep. This might just be the best track toy here. I would love to pick out a muscle car or even a Lambo, but this is probably gonna be the best around the track, so let's pick this. This car is a handful. Bro! No way, what's happening? No way, why is it getting caught up on the edges like that? Bro! Nice. Man, we won the old school 911. I don't know how much that car is worth, but it's gotta be decent money. Oh, I went right past it. What am I doing? Where is it? Right here. Why are you hiding, bro? 150K? Let's see how it drives. Let's take it down the highway. Or why don't we take it up here? Definitely drives like an old Porsche. That doesn't mean it's bad. Got long gearing. Does it only have 4 gears? Yup. Wow, it's really old, dude. So, the 911 from the 1982, only had 4 gears. That's crazy, bro. It's geared out pretty good. And luckily I do have one car to complete this event with. Or I mean, we can complete the whole championship with this car. Because there's no point of buying another car just to complete this one championship, since we already have one option here, the Z4 Roadster. This is the same as the GR Supra. It's the B58 engine in there. I'm gonna restart this, bro. Oh, what? The game just crashed. No way, bro. Forza has never crashed on me like that before. It's next level. Oh, alright. I think I'm gonna call it a night here. We're gonna continue from this championship tomorrow. I just realized I've been streaming for like just over 2 hours now. We'll continue with the championship tomorrow, because I know if I go back to it, I'm gonna be on for another like an hour or so. So we'll continue here tomorrow. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.